You're now tuned in to the latest, the newest, hottest show on YouTube. I got a story to tell. Hosted by your boy, OG Sonny Blanco. Fire interviews, worldly topics, and much more. Stay tuned. OG Sonny Blanco. I got a story to tell. You heard?
Good people. You're now tuned in. OG Sonny Blanco, I got a story to tell you, heard? Today, the third installment of the series, Labels, featuring some of your most iconic and prolific designers and engineers of our time. In today's installment, Louis Vuitton, Sergio Tacchini, and Christian Dior. Good work over here, good people. Do your boy a favor. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share, like, and most importantly, subscribe. I got a story to tell. Let's get into it. First on the list, it's your boy. You all know him. Good old LV. Louis Vuitton, a.k.a. Louis. Now, Louis has a hell of a story. You have to commend him. Let's get into it. Louis Vuitton, born 1821 in Arche, France. Louis was born to a family of artisans, carpenters, and farmers. At the young age of 10, his mother, who was a hat maker, died. Soon after, his father followed. He was adopted, but had a difficult relationship with the foster parents, which led to him running away at the tender age of 13. Good old Louis made his bones by taking odd jobs like cleaning, backpacking, handyman, cutting grass, raking the yards, things of that nature. In 1837, the young man made his way to Paris, smack in the middle of the Industrial Revolution. He took an apprenticeship under Monsieur Marchal, a well-respected trunk maker and packer. Within a few years, good old Louis gained a reputation amongst Paris' elite and fashionable as one of the city's most premier practitioners of the craft. After the re-establishment of the French Empire under Napoleon III, Louis was hired as a personal trunk maker and packer for the Empress of the French. He was in charge of packing the most beautiful garments in an exquisite and elegant fashion. This provided him with a gateway to other clientele, the other elite and royal clients. In 1854, at 33, Louis married a 16-year-old young lady by the name of Clémence Elémie Parou. Hey, yo, if that would have been in today's times, your boy would have been under the jailhouse. R. Kelly style, you heard? That's a fact, Louis. But let me not digress. Let me get back to Louis and the fashion, right? Soon after, Louis left Monsieur Marchal's and opened his own trunk making and packing workshop in Paris. Outside of his shop hung a sign that read, "Securely packs the most fragile objects, specializing in packing fashion." In 1858, inspired by H.J. Cave and Sons of London, Louis introduced his revolutionary rectangular canvas trunks, which at the time, the market had only round-top leather trunks. The demand for his durable, lightweight designs expanded Louis' fashion industry, and he had to get a larger workshop. Louis Vuitton also designed the world's first pick-proof, again, ladies and gentlemen, the world's first pick-proof lock. All lock patterns were safely kept at Vuitton's workshop and registered with the owner's name, just in case another key was needed. That was genius, Louis. In 1871, as a result of the Franco-Persian War, the demand harshly fell, and Vuitton's workshop was in shambles. Many of his tools were stolen, and his staff was soon gone. He immediately got work on a new shop, opening up in the heart of Paris. You see, they thought they stopped Louis. They didn't know Louis then fought hardship before. We are talking about a man who lost his mother at 10 years old, soon after lost his father. A man who was adopted but wasn't liking the way he was treated by his adopted parents and left at 13 and made his own way. Louis was strong, so again, immediately he got back to working on a new shop and opened up right in the heart of Paris. In 1872, Louis introduced a new line featuring a beige monogram designed with red stripes that would remain his signature until today. Louis Vuitton. I told you, good people, a hell of a story. Salute. Next on the list, Sergio Tacchini. Now, good people, I gotta be honest, I did a lot of researching. There's not a lot of history on this guy. I guess he likes his privacy. He's still living, I do know that much. But let's get into the history that we know. Sergio Tacchini, born September the 2nd, 1938 in Novara, Italy. Sergio, at the age of 17 in 1955, became a professional tennis player, entering the tennis club of Milan. In 1960, he won the Italian championship over Nicola Petrelli. He also won the Davis Cup with 5 victories in the singles match as well as the doubles match. In 1967 and 1968, he partnered with Petrelli and won the Italian doubles. Following in the footsteps of René Lacoste, a well-known champion in tennis, he established in 1966 the brand Sandy's, S-P-A, being renamed a few years later after himself, Sergio Tacchini. The initial idea was to experiment with colors and fabrics to create elegant and stylish tennis wear at the time when white dominated the color scheme. Sergio's designs and style became so popular that he expanded into ski wear, fitness, golf, and sailing. Sergio Tacchini. Salute. Last, but definitely not least, Christian Dior. Born January 24th, 1905 in Granville, France. Christian was the second of 5 children, born to mother Madeleine Martin Dior and father Maurice Dior, a wealthy fertilizer manufacturer. When Christian was around 5 years old, the family moved to Paris, but still returned to the coast of Normandy for the summers. The family wanted Dior to become a diplomat. Ayo, dipset, dipset, dipset. Let me stop. But Dior was into the arts. To make money as a kid, he sold his fashion sketches outside his house for about 10 cents. In 1928, Dior left school and received a loan from his father to finance a small art gallery where he sold art by the likes of Picasso. 3 years later, following the death of his mother, brother, as well as the financial trouble during the Great Depression, he closed the art gallery. From 1937, Dior was employed by the fashion designer Robert Piguet, who gave him the opportunity to design 3 of his collections. In the 40s, Dior joined the French Army. In 1942, he left the army and joined the fashion house of Louis Vuitton, where he, and get this, Balmain were the primary designers. During World War II, Dior and Balmain made dresses for the wives of Nazi officers and French collaborators. Wow, I guess fashion has no politics, right? Right. In 1946, Marcel Boussac, remember him? Remember Marcel? He's the guy that introduced Saint Laurent to Dior, where Saint Laurent was head of fashion for many years. Marcel was a successful entrepreneur. He was also known as the wealthiest man in France. Get that. Marcel invited Dior to design for Philippe Gaston, a Paris fashion house launched in 1925. But Dior, being his own man, he refused, wishing to make a fresh start under his own name rather than reviving an old brand. You have to respect that, right? So yo, listen, on December the 8th, 1946, with the financial backing of Boussac, Christian Dior founded the House of Dior. Salute, Christian Dior. Hope you enjoyed, good people. Share, like, subscribe.
You're now tuned in to the latest, the newest, hottest show on YouTube. I got a story to tell. Hosted by your boy, OG Son Blanco. Fire interviews, worldly topics, and much more. Stay tuned. OG Son Blanco. I got a story to tell. You heard?